Welcome to those of you in sorry need of education. Today we will explore the history, the legend of the most superior animal on the entire planet. Not even close. Of the 1 million species that inhabit this planet, none elicit or deserve more respect and admiration than the cat. Sore loser. Clearly the cat, known scientifically as Felis catus, is the most regal animal on the earth. We can trace the history of the cat back to prehistoric times, a time when saber-toothed cats roamed the land. The mighty saber-tooth was master of the land, a great hunter, graced with keen senses of sight, hearing, and smell. When he spotted a delicious-looking prehistoric mouse, his feline instincts sprang into action. As his primitive cat cravings took over, he became a crazed beast, and nothing could stop him. Sadly, the saber-tooth was wiped out 13,000 years ago. Here's our next lesson. In ancient Egypt, cats were worshipped as gods and goddesses, as well they should be then and now.
We worship you. We adore you. We love your hat. You rock.
Thank you. Really, you shouldn't. But what am I saying? Yes, you should. And now we dance. Those were the good old days. Back when they knew how to treat a cat right. Hey, check this out. Back in the Middle Ages, the King of Wales proclaimed that cats were not only cute and clever, but also valuable.
From this day forward, I decree that all cats are to be honored and protected. They are cute, clever, and most important, they are excellent at catching mice.
Oh, hey, get him off!
Notice how cats love to eat mice.
Relax. I'm not gonna eat you.
Thou shalt not?
No, just playeth along.
It's not good.
So began the myth that cats eat mice.
Huh?
Of course not. Use what little common sense you have, Pooch. Here's a mouse. Here's a pizza. Which one would you rather eat? It would be wrong, very wrong, to think the only value of a cat is to rid the world of mice. In fact, cats have been behind, if not directly responsible for, some of the greatest moments in history. For instance, back in the Arabian desert a long time ago.
Here, my cat. I have packed your food in these handy bags made from the lining of a sheep's stomach. In here are some mice.
Oh, yummy. Mice for me to eat.
And in this one is some goat's milk.
Whew, that's a little better, but not much. Couldn't we stop off for Chinese food? The nearest place is only 3,000 miles away. Huh?
Enough nomading for one day. We stop here. Boy, was it a hot one today.
Since I'm not about to eat mice, I guess I'm stuck with this goat's milk. Hey, something's wrong with this stuff.
Hey!
It's solidified into ripened curds of soured milk. Does anyone have a cracker?
Yes?
No. Oh, triple yum. I believe I've just invented a new food.
Hey, give me some of that.
This is a great invention. I shall call it cheese.
Now he's giving cats credit for inventing cheese.
That's ridiculous.
Everyone knows cheese was invented by a mouse.
But aside from inventing cheese, cats have made other great contributions to the world. For instance, Florence, Italy, 1503. The guy at the easel is Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes, yes. I can see it coming together now.
Not what you'd call a masterpiece.
Stop! Gato! Stop, little Topo! You will ruin the great painting I am doing, which is destined to hang forever in the galleries of the world! My beautiful painting!
Hey, calm down, Lenny. It's not that wonderful. I could paint a better painting with my tail. Now, what shall I paint? I know, your sister Shirley.
Terrible! But the people who buy art have so little taste. Good, Gato, good. What can I give you as a reward?
Well, hundreds of years ago, my ancestors invented cheese. I was wondering if you, being Italian, of course, could combine it with tomato sauce and layers of flat pasta noodles, and then bake for, say, 1 hour in a 350-degree oven?
Ah! Now a cat created lasagna!
Oh, and painted the Mona Lisa.
1804, the study of the great composer Ludwig van Beethoven.
No, 999. It's all wrong. Hello, Amadeus. Have you caught any mice today? Wait, do that again. Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, brilliant! Thank you, Amadeus. You deserve a tasty reward.
And that's the truth. A cat was responsible for Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. Brilliant.
He's taking credit for everything. What is
Come on, guys. Wait, it's me.
What's all this talk about cats doing this and cats doing that?
You make it sound like cats have done everything good.
Hey, I can't rewrite history, can I?
That's all you've been doing here.
Tell him the truth, Garfield.
Well, it's mostly happened like...
The truth, or we'll let John know how many pizzas you put on his credit card last month.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, there were a few details I left out of the stories I just told you. Hey, something's wrong with this stuff. It's solidified into ripened curds of sour milk.
Stuff is tasty.
I think I'd die and gone to heaven.
Tasty. I think we should call this stuff cheese.
Cheese? Why?
Because it looks more like cheese than anything else I can think of.
Okay, everyone, let's record this moment in history. Everyone look at me and say, cheese!
And that story about Leonardo da Vinci? Well, it was true what I said. Sort of.
She's ruined.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Maybe you should try painting clowns or Elvis on black velvet.
Hey, I know how to fix that.
Actually, it's not bad. Not bad at all.
Hello. Yeah, he's here. It's for you. The Louvre in Paris. They heard about your new painting.
News travels fast in the world of art.
The Louvre? The Louvre? Why, that is the greatest art museum in the world. Little Topo, I want to reward you. I want to cook something wonderful for you.
Well, I had this idea for something called lasagna.
Lasagna? No. No one will ever want to eat something called lasagna. Who knew? And then that story about Beethoven and his Fifth Symphony.
Amadeus, there is a mouse in here.
Boy, for a guy who doesn't hear so good, he's good at hearing mice. Hey, take it outside, fella. Now I have to chase him, I guess.
Oh, it's no use. I do not even know how to start my 5th symphony. Maybe I should skip it and move on to my 6th. Right. That is it. Da 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 da. Genius. Thank you, little mouse. Thank you.
So you see, though cats have made their contribution to history, so have mice.
Garfield, that was terrific.
We misjudged you.
You're a pretty honest cat.
Yeah, it takes a big cat to do something like that. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
No, of course we're not going to put that stuff about mice on the air. We'll edit it out and just show the part about how great cats are. This DVD is the show we just did. I'm supposed to send it to the network so they can broadcast it to the whole country. But I won't. That one goes in the trash. Instead, I'm sending them this one, in which I edited out all the mice stuff and just left in the part about how great cats are. No, it's not unfair. It's just sneaky. Besides, name me one smart thing mice have ever done.
Well, for one thing, we're really good at switching videos.
It all happened one cold and rainy, stormy night. I know because I was there. Odie, no one cares if you were there. The point is that I was there. Okay, now where was I? Oh, right. The nightmare began with the arrival of some unannounced night visitor.
Who could that be at this time of the night? It's Ivy!
Are you gonna invite me in, Jonathan? Or am I expected to stand out here all night in the rain?
I vote for all night out there in the rain.
What a delightful surprise, Aunt Ivy. Please, come in. What brings you here?
Suitcase, not a good sign.
The tree fell on the power line outside my house. They said it might take a week before power returns, so here I am.
Huh?
I see you still have those 2 mangy creatures. Full of germs, you know.
Yes, yes, full of germs, very contagious, and sickening germs. Meow. Well, at least it covers some of her face.
Harold. What's happening with those cute, fuzzy bunny slippers you bought me? They're alive!
Ridiculous. No one with half a brain could actually wear such pathetic-looking slippers.
Actually, I happen to own a pair just like them.
You just made my point.
That's Aunt Ivy 1, John nothing.
Bunny slippers. Bah! People should wear sensible slippers like mine. Slippers that look like giant carrots.
Aunt Ivy's right. This movie is silly. Let's call it a night.
Hey, just when it was getting interesting.
Aunt Ivy, why don't you take my bedroom?
I was already planning on it. Just make sure those animals sleep outside. They're filthy and germ-ridden and... Ah!
Odie, you fetched my bunny slippers. Hey, Aunt Ivy, don't they look just like the ones from the movie?
Ah! I am not going to bed until you get rid of those abominable things.
Relax, Aunt Ivy. It was just a movie.
Get rid of them!
All right. But bunny slippers can't hurt you.
No, but having a fat lady fall on you can.
Set one paw in my room, and you'll be sorry you ever met me.
It's a little late for that.
Night, guys.
Odie, fetch.
It's you! Who's there? Who is it? Help! Bunny slippers! Help!
Aunt Ivy, is everything all right?
The bunny slippers are after me! They're not there anymore.
There's nothing out there, Aunt Ivy.
I know what I saw. It must be your two mangy pets playing tricks on me.
Garfield and Odie? Do you really think they do something rotten to you?
I must have been dreaming. I thought I saw...
Night, Aunt Ivy. And good night, guys. I need to get some sleep. Maybe these earplugs will make that possible.
What?
Bunny slippers! Help! The bunny slippers are...
Have to leave so soon? Well, hurry back. Like around the turn of the century. Hey, you guys deserve an Oscar for the best special effect.
We had a deal.
Oh, sorry. Here you go, Squeak.
This was a good deal. You got anyone else you want scared out of here?
Wow, you guys are getting really good at this.
Garfield, we're not doing anything.
The bunny slippers. They're...
Aunt Ivy! Garfield? Odie! Are you guys trying to tell me something?
Behind you!
I'm calling the police! Hello?
Yeah, right. Like they're gonna believe a guy who calls up and says, I want to report a pair of evil bunny slippers.
What? Give me the address. We'll be right over. Jacobs, we have a 743 on our hands.
Oh no. Evil bunny slippers, let's roll.
trained for just this situation.
Area is secure. Roger.
Your tax dollars at work.
Hey, I know you. You're that mad scientist who once sucked my cat into the TV set.
Huh? The animators are reusing another character design from last season.
Do you know anything about these sinister bunny slippers?
Of course! I'm a mad scientist! We know everything! But we kept it secret so as to not cause any discomfort to the population.
How very thoughtful of you.
The bunny slippers only come alive on the blue moon nights, which happen once every 2.55546 years.
So bunny slippers come alive on blue moons?
Not only that, they also tend to grow at an alarmingly exponential rate. Not to worry, daylight will return them to their harmless original selves. And according to my calculation, the sun will rise in exactly 5 hours.
5 hours?
The entire town will be destroyed in 5 hours. We've got to do something.
Goodness gracious! This could indeed do the trick!
The all-night tanning salon? That's on the other side of town. We need some kind of bait.
And there's the perfect bait standing right in front of you.
Why are you all staring at my beloved carrot slippers? Get me down. Let me loose. Or I'll have you arrested.
This is it! The all-night tanning salon!
For my vacation, I'd like to go somewhere that's as cute as I am. But there isn't any place that cute. Garfield, what are you doing here?
Normal, you know how I'm always telling you to leave? Well, this time, it's for your own good.
But I haven't finished my tropical-style fur tan.
Whoa!
Please, I'm just a cute, innocent... Listen. Meow. Meow.
I think it's time for a little summer glow. And from their throats came this howl, a wailing shriek, half of horror and half of fear, utterly inhuman and...
Garfield, you are totally making this up.
Absolutely not. Ask Normal.
All true, every word of it.
The following day, the police went door to door and collected every pair of bunny slippers in the neighborhood, just to be on the safe side. But of course, the best part was...
After what you and that cat of yours did to me, I'm never coming back. Not in a million years.
That means like about 8 weeks. Hey, but I'll take what I can get. So until then, we live happily ever after.
Great, Garfield, but isn't that another blue moon like in your story?
Who cares? The bunny slippers are all gone, right, Odie? 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 No, Odie, it's too late to play ball. This dog never learns. Fine, let's play my favorite game. Go fetch. And sleep outside. Shake the house all you like. I ain't getting up to let you in, Odie.
The Xantium repulsor's missing. If I don't find it, I'll never make it before the Saturnian rush hour. There it is. That curious quadruped life form has really saved the day. How could I possibly repay you, strange earthling? Seems like this selfish lasagna-devouring orange creature has it pretty easy. It is time to turn the tables and make things right. The deed is done.
Odie, stop it. Garfield? Very funny. You almost had me for a moment. Where is Odie, anyway?
Where's that dreadful stench coming from? Ugh, barf. What's with the doggy breath? I better go brush my teeth. How did I end up here? I must have been sleepwalking.
Ah, there you are, Odie. Come on in. Breakfast is ready.
Wow, you still can't get my name right after all these years. Lasagna, yummy. Hold it right there. If he's Garfield, then who am I? This can't be. Odie and I have swapped bodies, which means that Odie's eating my lasagna.
There you go, Odie.
Yikes! No wonder Odie's breath is so unpleasant. I'm not eating that. Back off, Odie. Those lasagnas are mine. Right. Let's not panic now. Let's just...
Odie, are you trying to tell me something?
Yes! John! It's me, Garfield! I'm trapped in Odie's body. Do something!
Oh, I get it, Odie. You need some exercise. What's the matter, Odie?
Can't breathe. Must be a nightmare. That's it. Wake up, Garfield. Wake up. I don't believe this. Odie's watching my favorite TV show in my favorite seat. In my body.
Come on, Odie. Let's run another couple of blocks.
I've had enough sport for a lifetime. Arlene, it's me, Garfield.
Yeah, right. And I'm the Queen of England.
Arlene, wait! I'm really Garfield, and I can prove it. Last year, I accidentally ate all your birthday cake. And remember I fell asleep in front of the TV on our first date?
Thanks for bringing back such good memories. What on earth are you doing in Odie's body?
Hey, you tell me.
Maybe that's what you get for always being so mean to Odie.
You're right. I always treated him like a dog, and now I am one.
Oh, cheer up, Garfield. Just think of all the new things you can do now that you're a dog.
Like what? Run after my tail all day and drink out of the toilet?
Hey, Arlene! Hey, Odie! Isn't it an awesome day?
You know what, Arlene? You may have a point. Hey, this is fun. Odie, are you insane? These dogs have a death wish on me. Odie, come back here!
Garfield, this is your one and final mistake.
Leave him alone.
Odie, what's your problem? You're protecting Garfield? Yeah. Can you think of one nice thing that feline ever did for you?
One nice thing? One nice thing would, no. What?
My lucky bone!
Odie, bad job, cat. Now hush. Stay where you are, okay?
Which way did that cat go?
Wait! How do we know you're telling the truth?
I swear, dog's honor. Wow, that was hairy. Come on, Odie, let's go home. Odie? Odie? Where are you, you miserable... Odie, no!
Yeah! This could be my lucky day. The day I finally get rid of that pesky vermin once and for all. Yeah, I'm sending you to Ooga-Doogu.
Help! Someone call the cops! That psycho postman stole my body! Odie, are you in there? Dog's claws are so dull.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Another example of cats' immense superiority over dogs. Dogs don't land gracefully on 4 feet. There he is. Just hang in there, Odie. I just risked my life for a laptop? Where'd that stupid cat go?
Come back here, you four-legged thief!
Oh, boy. Odie, wait! This way! Not good. This way!
Come back here, you orange nuisance!
Not that way, Odie! This way! No way out. This is it, Odie. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for being mean to you, old friend. Goodbye, Odie.
I better check how my quadruped friend is doing. My 7 rings. I guess I shouldn't have interfered in the first place. Let's fix this mess before it gets ugly.
My delicate whiskers. My wonderful orange fur. I'm me again. I'm Garfield. At least things are back to normal. All things considered, the chair is big enough for two, isn't it, Odie?
Dinner's just about ready, Garfield! It's lasagna!
Wow, lasagna. I haven't had any of that since, about 4 o'clock. Come on, Pookie, supper time. Oh, don't worry. If you don't want yours, I'll eat it.
One piping hot lasagna.
I got it! I got it! You got it! Boy, I thought you couldn't look any cuter. But add marinara sauce, melted cheese to anything, and it looks better.
Sorry, Garfield. I got your toy dirty.
Pookie is not a toy. Pookie is a best friend who just happens to be made of mostly cloth. Here, you got him messy, you clean it. He better be as fluffy and adorable as always.
He'll be done any minute now. Pookie's done. Here he is.
What have you done to him? He looks like a porcupine watching a horror movie.
Relax, Garfield. He just needs to be dried overnight. Tomorrow morning, he'll be his old self again.
Tomorrow morning?
You're a big cat, Garfield. You can sleep without Pookie for one night.
Nah. Oh, he's right. I can do without Pookie for one night. Boy, I hope he's okay out there. Pookie? Pookie! Oh, that's right. He's out of the back on the clothesline. I'm sure he's all right. What am I worried about? He's fine. Come on, Oatster. Let's bring Pookie in so he can have breakfast with us. He's gone. Pookie's gone. Pookie, where are you? Pookie, where are you? Don't worry, Pookie. I'll find you. Pookie's not in there. Pookie's not in there. Pookie's not down there.
I'm sorry Pookie disappeared, Garfield.
Well, you ought to be.
When I saw he was missing, I ran out and bought you a new little friend. I hope you like him.
Not as cute as Pookie.
I thought you might not like that one, so I also got this one.
Looks too much like Nermal.
One more. It's the latest thing. The Teddytron 2000, a fully robotic, state-of-the-art digital teddy bear.
It's not as cute as Pookie.
You can make it say whatever you want just by speaking into this microphone. Hello, Garfield. I want to be your friend. Hello, Garfield. I want to be your friend. And there are all sorts of other commands on the controller here.
Let's see what happens when I press walk. Still not as cute as Pookie. Let's see what happens when I press dance. Nope. Maybe this button that says cuddle. Hey, let me go. Let me go. Ouch! What are you doing? Hey, one of these commands has got to be uncuddle. Whoa! Stop! Stop! Go back to cuddle. This one says stop. Oh, wow. Pookie never did that to me. Oh, boy. Oh, you're back. Like I didn't have enough bad news. What's that, boy? You found Pookie? Yeah. Well, don't just stand there slobbering. Take me to him. Shh. In here? That Pookie napper? That mutt took my best friend. Okay, one of my best friends, and I'm gonna get him back. You! That's my Pookie you've got there. I demand that you return him.
I demand that you stay out of my yard! Pookie is mine now! Mine!
If that mutt thinks I'm giving up Pookie without a fight, he's got another thing coming. This is called fishing for Pookie. I got a bite. Not a reeler in. Feels like Pookie's putting on a little weight. There you are, Pookie. Huh. Hello. Okay. All right. I'm trying something else. Maybe the old phony bush trick. How much do you get for gardening work? Okay, I'm through being Mr. Nice Cat. I know how to get Pookie back. I need to find an old dress.
Where is my baby? Where is my child Pookie?
I want to find my baby. Who has him?
Oh, there you are, Pookie. Well, what are you doing with that mangy dog? You should be with that nice Garfield where you belong.
You're his mother?
Of course I'm his mother. Don't you see the family resemblance?
I can get away with this because, as you may have noticed, dogs aren't too bright. Let me take you back
to Garfield, little Pookie.
I'm sorry. I didn't know he was your kid, lady. I just wanted a friend. I never had one. I'm supposed to be this real tough dog scaring everyone away. Well, that's the trouble. I scare everyone away.
Huh?
So long, Pookie. It was nice having a friend for a little while, even if I did have to steal you.
You heard it too, huh? Yep, real sad. So I think we're gonna have to find him a friend.
Yeah, it's great having you around. I never had anybody to talk to before. Boy, I used to not have one friend, and now I got 3.
Well, that worked out well. Can someone be friends with a useless creature that can't even think? Hey, you and I are pals, aren't we?
Uh-huh.
Come on, Pookie. Let's go home and see if John has lunch ready. And if you don't want yours, I'll eat it.